today's topic, but I guess you don't need a reminder. So today we talk about environmental sciences and ecology, and German universities that are offering programs in this subjects. This is the list of our speakers. We happily have our first speaker, Katharina Linne, who will be presenting Master in Science Biosphere Reserves Management from Eberswalde University for Sustainable Development. Then we try to have our second speaker talking about groundwater management, and two more speakers from Hochschule Rheinwahl. Thank you, Professor Dr. Matthias Kleinke, for being here. So in case we are in emergency case, he will also present both of the programs, Sustainable Agriculture and Agribusiness. So if you are here for bachelor's program, stay tuned. You will know about both of them. Just before, who is behind this session? This is My German University, a database where you can find fully or partially English taught study programs offered by German universities. And this is a database where there are more than 3,800 programs. And why this database is useful is that you can filter for programs according to your desires. And this includes not only program name or subject, but much more. For example, you want specific thing about application, how you want to apply to a program, that you are searching for ones that necessarily use UniAssist, or you want to search for jobs that accept your, not jobs, but study programs that accept your English level, etc., etc. So you can adjust all of that on in our study finder, and then the results can be even filtered or sorted according to program application deadlines, for example. So this is really convenient, and you can use it for your benefits. This is free of charge, and yeah, if I was applying, I would definitely use that. What else is the articles? Of course, there are articles in Google, a lot of them. But why these articles are different is because they are written by internationals who have applied and studied in Germany. Therefore, the pain points are noted there, and we try to then share our personal experiences in the articles. And even more, these articles are translated into different languages, and there are country-specific ones. So very frequently asked question is about visa and scholarships. I think it might be asked today as well. So just in advance to let you know, we have scholarships and visa articles, related articles regarding different countries. So what are waiting times in, I don't know, US, or what are the scholarship opportunities for somebody applying for Ghana, and so on. So this is really convenient to just have your exact article available. And of course, to stay in contact and be exchanging the information and answering your questions, we have webinars. We have general webinars where my colleagues Marie and Oliver are happy to share with you about broader topics like UniAssist, scholarship, visa, or studying in Germany in general. Those webinars also have a live Q&A component, which is 30 minutes, and you have a chance again to discuss your issue there together with them, and they try to assist you. And the webinars that I am part of are subject webinars, where we luckily have guest speakers from German universities and who are there to present their programs and even more answer your questions. So we are always thankful for their time and contribution to these webinars. This is our team, very international. We are based in Hamburg, Germany, but as you see with flags and yeah, all the faces are from all around the world. And this is another nice feature of My German University, because we try to bring international and German points of views of studying in Germany to you, and then this information can be used accordingly by you. All right. As promised, usually I have longer presentation to present Study Finder in detail, but today we have more speakers. That's why I would right away give the virtual mic to Katharina Linne to present the Masters in Biosphere Reserves Management. For all programs, you will always see the location and some quick facts about the program on the slide. However, I will not stay on that for long, because you have a whole presentation to listen to about this specific program. So I stop the screen share.
Okay, good morning, midday, afternoon, or evening from wherever you are joining us. I shall be just quickly sharing my screen. So my name is already introduced by Nini. Thank you very much for that lovely introduction. Is 𝘱𝘓𝘳𝘓𝘓, and I'm from the University in 𝘱𝘢𝘕𝘓𝘳𝘓𝘓 for Sustainable Development, and I'm presenting the Biosphere Reserves Management Masters to you. So we're situated about half an hour train ride outside from Berlin. So our students live sometimes in 𝘱𝘱𝘕𝘓𝘓𝘓, sometimes in Berlin. They can choose. And it's a really, really lovely town situated amidst a vast forest. So our semester or our study begin is to every winter semester in September. The standard period of study is 4 semesters. And we have the Biosphere Reserve 𝘱𝘢𝘪𝘕 directly on our front door, a 15-minute cycle just from the university. And I'll quickly show you the study contents per semester. So once you arrive, we will greet you in our induction week. That's a really important week for us and for you, where you get to know your fellow students from the current cohort, but also the students from the previous cohorts. And you get to see the university. There's a lovely introduction. We'll introduce you to academic writing and reading and working. And then we'll start off with the first module, and all our modules are blocked. So with the communication and teamwork for sustainable development, that's a module that runs the first 2 to 3 weeks of your semester. Then at that end of the module, you're writing a paper or you're giving a presentation, and the next module starts for the next 3 weeks. So you're continuously studying just one module at a time, very intensely, and then you move on to the next one. So in your first semester, you will have communication and teamwork for sustainable development, political, legal, and international context of UNESCO biosphere reserves, which is really, really important to see the legalities in which realm biosphere reserves are operating and what the challenges may be should you decide to work for biosphere reserves. Fundamentals of systems, functionality and change, project management and innovation, and approaches and tools for research and monitoring. The approaches of tools for research and monitoring is divided into 2 options. You can either choose the route of empirical and social research if you rather want to go into the direction of qualitative sampling or data collection. For example, you want to lead interviews or max QDA in order to figure out things with literature. The second option is geodata and remote sensing as an instrument for spatial monitoring. So you get an introduction to QGIS, and you will learn in those 2 weeks how to apply it, and you will get the chance throughout your studies with us to have your own project if you would like to further develop those skills and use them in your research semester as well as in your master's thesis. And our lecturers are always there for you to answer any questions you have in regards to that. During the second semester, which is the summer semester, you will need to choose, first of all, the land use system in social, ecological, and socio-economic context, governance, administration, and management for biosphere reserves and protected areas. And that closely links to what all we've discussed in the first semester, and transformation and education for sustainable development. The elective modules you may choose are ecological effectiveness of biosphere reserves. And this module usually comes with an excursion. So that excursion can be anything from 3 days to 10 days. That depends a little bit of what the lecturer envisions that year. They usually let you know during the winter semester you can start preparing for the summer semester. Then we have nature, tourism, and cultural identity, and stakeholder communication and biosphere reserves, which again is a really important module that connects back to communication and teamwork from the beginning on how to communicate within the biosphere reserves with the people who live there, but with people as well as the people who work there and the researchers. Your semester 3 is your research semester. So during semester 1 and 2, you sit in class with your entire cohort and you get discuss a lot of theory, but also a lot of practice. And you're able to slowly develop your ideas of what you want to do for your research semester and where you want to go. So you can either stay in Germany or you can go abroad. We have students who did their research semester in several biosphere reserves in Germany, but also in Vietnam, Canada, South Africa, and the Philippines, in India. There's a wide variety of places you can go. The most important thing is that you find your own topic where you would like to go, and then that can later lead to the research for your master thesis. And the research project in the UNESCO Biosphere Reserves is your own project you're doing. The research colloquium runs through Zoom or a different online platform, and it happens at the beginning of the semester, in the middle of the semester, and at the end of the semester. And it's online, so everyone can join from around the globe. And what we do in that colloquium is you present your idea for your research semester. Then you go off into your research semester, and in the middle of that semester, we check in with you to see whether you're on the right track, whether there are any problems you encounter, whether you wish to change your research or not. And at the end, you have another presentation you'll give to us to show the end results. Semester 4 is your last semester. This is where you will write your master thesis and you'll have your master thesis defense. Before you get to that, though, what you need to do is you check in the master thesis colloquium, and there you present your master thesis idea and your research, and you discuss with your entire cohort your idea so they can give you feedback on whether your idea goes into the right direction, or whether maybe you have to look somewhere else, or there's more literature you can use. So it's a really communal experience and really valuable in terms of academics to get a lot of feedbacks from the professors as well as your cohort. And then you start writing your thesis actively and you defend by the end of the last semester. And after graduation, what we have is, so Prince 𝘱𝘢𝘳𝘵𝘯𝘪𝘯𝘨, for example, is now a PhD student in Bremen in Germany. At an institute, he has a funded PhD position. Other students from us, they work in biospheres around the world. We have some people who work for NABU in Germany and other protection agencies. Yes, this is me. If you have any questions, please send them in the Q&A section or in the chat. I'll be here for another 10 to 15 minutes to answer questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Katharina, for the details you provided. There are a few questions. I think what I saw was a mixture of the questions for the next programs and for you as well. So maybe people come for with more questions while the other speaker starts. Dear attendees, I was not able to reach Dr. Niels Holt right now, but there is still time. Maybe he joins later. Therefore, we start with the bachelor's program, and Professor Dr. Matthias Kleinke will be talking about, firstly, sustainable agriculture, and I believe also about agribusiness to assist his colleague, Professor Wünsche. So the mic is yours. You have, if you're presenting two programs in half an hour.
Okay, thank you very much for this short introduction. I would like to share my screen for that, and I hope this will work. It is there. Very good. Yeah. Welcome, everybody, here to our presentation. And thank you, Katharina, for introducing your masters. You would like to travel a bit, as you have probably seen. We are going to the 𝘈𝘥𝘷𝘦𝘳𝘴𝘪𝘯𝘨 University of Applied Sciences. We are not in the deep east, as in 𝘱𝘢𝘪𝘥𝘷𝘦𝘳𝘴𝘪𝘱. We are in the deep west, as in 𝘗𝘠𝘪𝘵. And I will just introduce the university a bit as far as we I have a chance right now to speak for both our agricultural study courses. It gives me also the chance to introduce the university a bit. We are a quite young university, established just 15 years ago, and have a wide range of different subjects. Here you see four faculties belong to our university, and I would like to travel with you to the life sciences faculty, because there are our agricultural study courses located. You will see that there are also others. Probably you take a look, probably also for those who are interested in more environmental orientated study courses. Also the communication and environment faculty might be interesting. What is special about our university? It's a young one, it's a modern one, and probably what is quite interesting for you, it's a quite international one. As you see here, we have 75% of our study programs are taught in English. That is quite special here in Germany, especially on the undergraduate level. And what we have is more than 50% of our students are international students. That means if you decide to come to us, then you are part of a very international community. Actually, we have two campuses, the campus in 𝘗𝘪𝘵 and the campus in 𝘗𝘓𝘪𝘏. Here in 𝘗𝘪𝘵, we have also the Faculty of Life Sciences, and this is where I would like to go with you. This is our campus here in 𝘗𝘪𝘵. You see, 𝘗𝘪𝘵, it's not really a huge town. I think there we are similar to 𝘱𝘢𝘪𝘥𝘷𝘦𝘳𝘴𝘪𝘈 with about 50,000 people. 𝘗𝘪𝘵 is a very familiar atmosphere here, but we have a very nice campus close to our 𝘗𝘢𝘪𝘥 channel here, which is going actually through the campus here in 𝘗𝘪𝘵, and you see that the buildings are quite newly built not even 10 years ago. Just to give you a short introduction also to our second campus, this is the campus in 𝘗𝘓𝘪𝘏𝑡. Not older, 𝘗𝘓𝘪𝘏𝑡 is a bit closer to the rural area, a bit closer to the next airport probably, but there we have one faculty located, which probably, if it interests you, you can find on our webpage. I have also, because I'm quite sure that nobody of the people which are joining the seminar have an idea where 𝘗𝘪𝘵 is. Here in short map for you, you see the two campuses in 𝘗𝘪𝘵 and 𝘗𝘓𝘪𝘏𝑡. Actually, we can say we are somewhere in the middle between Cologne, Düsseldorf, and Amsterdam. So in the heart of Europe, probably a bit at the edge of Germany, but we have a good connection. There's a direct railway connection here in 𝘗𝘪𝘵, and the campus is just 10 minutes walking there. Let me show you a bit about our development. You see, we had a very fast development up to about 7,500 students. Now we settle down a bit after the COVID pandemic, and what you can see here is, and this is what makes us a bit proud, and what, as I said, is quite a bit special, is that we have about 50% of our students coming from abroad. And that, this is probably also quite interesting, from all over the world. We have about 120 nations which are joining our university. And you see, of course, 50% coming from Germany, but as you see, half of the other 50% are coming from 108 nations. That means from all over the world. And you see, we have, of course, a lot of students from the countries where a lot of people are living, a lot of students from Bangladesh and India. But what I really want to point out, you will be, wherever you come from, not be alone, but there will be some people here around at our university. For all the study programs we have, I just would like to give you a short overview. This is relevant for both. I will jump into a bit more in detail later on. We have the structure that the first 3 semesters of the undergraduate programs give you the basics to study deeper in the subject you want to, and there are advanced modules in the 4th and 5th semester. We have the possibility in the 6th semester to have an internship somewhere in a company here in Germany, what is most interesting for the people coming from abroad. But for those who want to go somewhere else, this is also possible. So the internship might be either in Germany or somewhere all over the world, or you could even go to an exchange semester. That means to a university somewhere abroad, where you study additionally modules and take this as an exchange semester. Probably if you want to prepare for going further on to a master course, if you are going later on to 𝘱𝘢𝘷𝘦𝘳𝘴𝘪𝘯𝘨, probably then it makes sense to additionally have some nature conservation modules somewhere. This is possible in that case. The 7th semester is the thesis semester, so we have for the final or to finalize the studies, we have a thesis here, even in the undergraduates, and a colloquium which takes place in the 7th semester. Let me jump into the programs a bit more intensively, and therefore I would like to invite you to join the Faculty of Life Sciences, where we have a couple of different study programs. I would like to show you a bit later, but you see here when we look into this faculty that on one side we have this agricultural study programs you are probably here for, but we also have other fields and topics which are very interesting for us. Closely related is the food science and nutrition. Yeah, we have a master in food sciences, but another topic is also health and environmental sciences, where also other study programs are in there. We offer a couple of bachelor and master programs, and half of the programs in English, as you can see. Research is also very important. We have a wide range of different research projects in the different areas from the different colleagues here, which all are involved in any kind of research in the different topics. And on the other side, we have also are very engaged, because this is what our students ask us for and requires international cooperation and partnerships with different universities all over the world, where we making research on one side, but on the other side also have partners for study exchange, for student exchange, possibilities for our students to study somewhere else. Here an overview about the different study programs. Today I have the honor and the pleasure to introduce the agribusiness and sustainable agriculture study courses, but you see there are others, bioengineering for instance, or biological resources as a master, which are also related to that field and might be interesting for one or the other of you, or probably the master course requires an undergraduate course probably later. So what brings us, or let's go back to our topic today. What motivates us to offer 2 agricultural study courses at our university here? You see what is happens to all of us is that we are getting more and more. Yeah, you see that more than 8 billion people on our planet and on our globe are requiring some food. All of us want to have to eat something, and the problem on that side is that the population is growing, but the natural resources are limited. I don't want to go too deep into that, but this is a big motivation for us also to see in the different areas, and it might be totally different if you are living here in the Lower Rhine region, or if you are living somewhere in the heart of Africa or Asia, but the general challenge for all of us is that we have the same situation, that all of us are requiring some food in this world where we have more and more challenges. If it is a limit in soil, as you see here, soil degradation, or unlimited arable land available, if we have climate change as a big challenge, global biodiversity, or scarcity of water, which is also, especially in the agricultural field, a big problem. That's why we thought, okay, here for the region, but also for the international students which are interested in, we offer 2 study programs here, as you see, the agribusiness and the sustainable agriculture study program, which are different, of course, that's why we are offering them. But what you see is that the business study program is really discussing and is dealing with the whole supply chain, from the agricultural inputs to the gastronomy, as you see here. It's more business related, it's more economically related, and it is analyzing the possibilities of trade in the whole supply chain we have there. I'm actually a study program coordinator for sustainable agriculture, together with my colleague, Mr. 𝘱𝘢𝘳𝘵𝘪𝘶, who is unfortunately not available today. We are more concentrating in that study program on the agricultural production, which gives us a chance, as we are not going for the whole supply chain, that we can go a bit deeper into the different points. Here you see from soil, nutrient, irrigating, harvesting, for crops. But you see that we are not just dealing with crops. It's a classical agricultural study course, so livestock plays also an important role, and horticulture as well. And all of them have their special subjects. What I would like to show you a bit, or give you an overview about what are we doing within these study programs. And you see here, I would like to start with the agribusiness study program, that we have different subjects in different subject areas. Economics is playing a very important role in that. And you see the different modules we have here connected to the different subject groups, let me tell it like that. And we have, beside the economics, but also some technical or some more production-oriented modules, because it is very important, that is to understand. It goes not so deep as it goes in the sustainable agriculture course, but to know how such in production goes on. It's very important also for our agribusiness students, because if you are dealing with, and if you want to understand the markets, then you have to know how the different processes are going on. Additionally, we have some social sciences modules, as you see here, international markets, rural development, and so on. But for us, it's also important to teach some soft skills, to present, for instance, or to deal with leadership or with conflicts, and so on. These are also special topics which we think belong to good education in that field. What is the background of that? You see, as a more internationally orientated study program, the students there are dealing in a globalized and international market. You see the trades between different countries and continents are very complex in our globalized world. And this is just as an example, something people are dealing with. And this under the background of different developments. We try to focus also on new development. And for our students here, you see the consumer preferences all over the world are changing. Here, for instance, I would like to mention functional food or organic food, which is more and more popular. here in Europe, but not only here. I think the discussion is going on all over the world. Just to point that. Also, you see always the discussion about the least possible price, which is for an agribusiness student and very important task. Another example here for the agribusiness students, that the information transfer, how we deal with information while buying products or intermediate products. The market is very intensively influenced by the possibilities of the information technology. AI is coming up. These are also topics which are in there, and you see here international, national, and regional supply chain analysis are also an important task. As an example here, how does it work? How does it functioning? And how can these processes also be optimized? This is part of the education here on a different way. To come to the sustainable agriculture study course, you see that there is some things are similar. I mentioned the soft skills already, and some basic modules we have are very important. Natural science plays a more important role, as you see here. Beginning from agroecology, biology, chemistry, and so on. Everything has to be in there, but also the classical agricultural subjects in crop sciences and animal sciences are important for a wide range, or for working in the agricultural sector. Also, economics plays an important role, because what makes the world go round? It's money at the end in our world. If we like it or not, that might be discussed. Therefore, we have, for instance, subjects or modules like ethics, where you can see what or discuss what might be really of importance for you. Why sustainable agriculture? We see sustainable agriculture we do not offer a classical organic agriculture study program. We want to open it to a wide range. We know that all over the world there are different ways and possibilities, but also challenges to reach a sustainable way of applying agriculture. And this in very, very different fields, subjects, areas, and different natural backgrounds as we have. And we try to combine that. And I would like to also to show you what is special in our study program compared to others. Sustainable agriculture can really look for very high or low-tech solutions. And this is what we try to balance out. Of course, there is a need and an information and a requirement in high-tech agriculture. But for us, it is very important that, especially for the international background, that low-tech solutions, which are working quite well, might be even more interesting in some regions and under some conditions. Buying a very fancy and huge tractor might be a good thing and a nice way, but not really applicable in field sizes where the tractor not even fits on, or where the technology might be not available because there is not the financial background, or there is a human resource available. And that's why we try to balance it out. To come to the really sustainability model, you probably know, that social, environmental, and economic aspects should be involved. Some of my colleagues developed such a wonderful chair, as you see here, with the 3 legs. If you take one away, then it's quite complicated to sit on. But what are we doing? We are not developing agriculture, but what we would like to teach to our students is how that the students are able to analyze the impacts of agricultural processes and the impact of the use of different chemicals, technology, and so on. So the analysis of the supply chain and the methods of sustainability assessment. How can we apply that? This is something what we really try to focus on, to make the students able to really find and assess their own decisions. Therefore, there are different assessing tools available. This can be done. There are different models from different schools, and this is just an example to show you that this is not just a discussion. There are also intensively scientific methods also used for this kind of assessment. What I also would like to point out is that we have a very strong relationship to the agricultural enterprises, to the agribusiness in the surrounding. This is a good opportunity for our students to make projects or internships. We are doing a lot of excursions, and you have the chance also to develop your own interest, your research interest. Your bachelor project is your decision, not ours. We just offer opportunities in that way, and therefore the agricultural field in the surrounding, but not only there, but also internationally with our research projects is very important. Here's some examples. Yeah, we have a lot of different companies right in front of our door here. You might know some of these brands or not. Doesn't really matter, but you see there are big companies available. What can you do with this study at the end? Actually, it's a wide range of opportunities. Once upon a time, I studied agriculture. Now I'm sitting here and did a lot of different things in between. But here you see just what we see, what is possible beside the classical agricultural and horticultural enterprises, of course, but also in food industry, food logistics, and so on. Bank, insurances, and so on. Administration organizations, you see a wide range of opportunities to find a job, and probably it's not a secret anymore in Germany. The job possibilities are not so bad these days because of the lack of qualified people there. What we are doing, or how do we teach here, it's not just that somebody stands in front and tells you everything. We have a lot of different ways. We try to make it as applied as possible, working group, lab courses. Yeah, you see student projects, excursions, all this belongs together, and you can find more information on that when you take a look into our handbook modules, which are available on our website, and you see what the content, but also the methods are, which are applied here. Yeah, this is just coming back to the point, how does it work here internationally? As we said, a lot of students coming from wherever on this world. Probably right at the end, if you don't mind it, I still have a couple of minutes. I hope it's possible. I would like to say some general information for future students here at our university. So there is an application process which starts right now in May for the winter semester, then 25-26. The deadline will be mid of July. Everything is published at our website. You can find easily. And what you need for that is a qualification for universities, the German 𝘱𝘢𝘳𝘵𝘪𝘆, and really, an interesting word. But this is like all the other universities have also, and the application process for international students. There we have the support of Uni Assist. That's an organization which helps us to deal with all these applications. This does not work directly at the university. What is quite important, especially for international students, there are no tuition fees and public universities in Germany. We just have a semester fee. You see here 300 euros per semester, and this fee is for different tasks, as you see, for social services, but also for the students' representative body, for the university's board, and also for transportation. So this is quite special in Germany, that the universities itself do not offer scholarships. but there is actually no tuition fee. But what we have to mention is that in university, of course, you have to survive. You have to live somewhere. There are some dormitories, but most of the students are living in the private sector. And as you see here, what we recommend is to count with about 850 euro per month, which also can cover your living costs, as you can see here. This is actually just a short summary of what I would like to present here to you. If there are further questions, you can contact us. Yeah, we have a student advisory board, which is happy to answer your question. In case, you can also contact me. You will find further information and also nice videos on our webpage. So if you are interested, probably it's worth visiting. Thank you very much for your attention, and I'm very happy to answer questions if there are some.
Yeah, thank you very much for this great presentation. It was really interesting. I was equally listening very, very carefully because it's very important topics that you were then teaching. We do have some questions. Let me just voice them one by one. Good day. My question is for bachelor's programs. In both cases, it said that one of the application document is proof of internship, but the same paragraph mentions that this proof can be submitted by the end of third semester. Dear speaker, could you explain this part once again?
Yeah, so actually what is required is that our students should have an idea what agriculture is about. There are different possibilities to do that. The best would be you try to get an idea about agriculture before you start studying. That means if you probably worked at a farm in your home country, or have some time and plan that to do, and have already an idea about, then it's fine, and you did it beforehand. That it's great. But it's good to have a confirmation of these 8 weeks internship if you are able to do that in advance. If not, if you say, okay, I was not able to do that because I finished my school, then now I would like to start, and there is no time to do that, and I have to have a holiday in between or whatever, then you can do that till the end of the third semester. So you have 1.5 year time actually besides studying, but take care, this is not really long, because there is actually just one summer for this, if you have till the end of the third semester, which really gives you the opportunity to have this 8 weeks time. So the chance is to do that even here in Germany, or doing it somewhere else. But when you finish your third semester, then it should be done.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. Do you require hard copies of applications be sent to UniAssist?
No, everything is online. So you just have to upload the application documents there. There's no hard copies have to be sent.
Mm-hmm. Are there elective courses that allow students to specialize in areas like urban farming, precision agriculture, or agroecology?
Yeah, we have, especially that's what I said, right at the beginning, we have these mandatory subjects, but in the fourth and in the fifth semester, there is a lot of actually elective courses where you have a chance to choose. We have so-called special subjects or subject areas where you can concentrate on. You will find that if you check our curriculum, which possibilities there are, but we try to make it as open as possible. We do not want to decide what your interest is. There is also a possibility to choose from other study programs of the faculty, but also in one module from the whole university. So if you say, okay, I have a very interesting course in engineering at the engineering faculty, you can choose it. Then we have a lot of projects additionally, and also the bachelor thesis and topic where you can change your or influence or select your topic which is interesting for you. So there are, of course, fundamentals and basics. You cannot choose everything, but there is a wide range of different possibilities, especially in our electives. And we call it focus fields, environment, for instance, or food or economics. And then you can choose whatever you want, and we would like to support that.
Thank you. Are there more restrictions for foreigners when it comes to bachelor studies rather than masters in Germany? Maybe restrictions for application? I don't know.
Okay, so what I mentioned is this, and this differs in the different countries, is that if you, I don't know exactly how to explain. What is required is this German 𝘱𝘢𝘳𝘵𝘪𝘆, so the allowance to enter a German university. Sometimes, but this is then equally for each country different. You have to have such kind of pre-courses to reach that all of the students have the same possibilities to learn from a certain level on. This is something what is not special at our university. This is I'm not really sure how it is organized, because when the students are coming, then they did it sometimes already. But what I know is that, for instance, if you studied already in a university somewhere abroad, then this is accepted as well as an option to avoid this. I don't know, you probably know better as I do how it is called, this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, dear attendees, maybe I can jump in here. Usually you need to have, you need to make sure that your high school degree is recognized in Germany. For that, you can use the 𝘈𝘕 database to check that out. You just need to type in 𝘈𝘕.de, and then it says if your degree qualifies for a direct admission to a German university or not. In many cases, it will not be directly admitted, so you need to do 1 year of preparatory course or Studienkolleg, how it's also called, and this is usually done in German. So for Studienkolleg, then you will need to do German. Another option is to, as Professor mentioned already, to have at least 1 year of bachelor studies in your home country. This will be counted as an Abitur in Germany, and then you can already directly enter the bachelor's program. But first stop would be to just check with 𝘈𝘕 database. I will post the link while Professor will be answering the second question to that. So you can then check with, also there is an option with 𝑑AD to check if you qualify for direct admission or subject restricted admission or any kind of different admission. And yeah, this is easy to know in advance.
I don't know if this answers the question, but actually, because in comparison with a master course, of course, if you want to have a master or study a master course, you need a bachelor course before. This is the way it is.
Yeah, but in that case, then you will also probably have some GPA restrictions. So there are always some restrictions. Maybe the master's course will also ask you for some work experience, which will be more than 8 weeks. So yeah, it depends at the perspective, maybe. But for bachelor's, this is this prep course or Studienkolleg that you need to do, or one year of bachelor's in your home country. Another question. So like there are two questions about the same topic. What are the options for agriculture, plant sciences graduates for masters? Can they do a further studies to continue studying with you? Is there any consecutive master's program in the field at your institution?
Okay, what we have here, there are a couple of opportunities for those who are studying here and want to stay here. I would always recommend to change the university after bachelor, but also to invite you to come to our masters. What we have here is not classical an agriculture master program, which might follow the bachelor program. What we have is, and here at the faculty, and master studies in biological resources, which deals mainly with biomass as an commodity or as a resource in the non-food sector. Yeah, how can agricultural products, byproducts, but also produced biomass or waste biomass be used for different purposes and develop products out of it? This is probably one option directly at our university, but I know that we have also at the Economic and Society faculty, there is a master course, Sustainable Development Management, which is also more in management course, which is where you would be able also to go more in the social and economical field. But for all our students, we also recommend, of course, the possibilities you have at other universities in Germany. The colleague from Eberswalde introduced one for you. Actually, the agricultural courses are very wide, have a wide range of different qualifications, skills in natural science, but also in economical science, so that you qualified for a lot of different master courses, which are probably not all of them are offered here at our university, but you should also check the language, because not all the we have also in food sciences master, for instance, at our faculty, but this is taught in German. That means you could also, or should probably use the time here in Germany then to learn German. Actually, language is not an issue if you are coming, but it's always an advantage to learn a foreign language, especially if you want to stay for working in foreign country. Then I would recommend to learn some German, and sometimes I'm really surprised how the students are doing when they are here for a while.
Mm-hmm. Great, thank you. Meanwhile, 2 updates from my side. I just got an email from Dr. Niels Holtz. He said that he's sick, that's why he couldn't join us today. So most probably the webinar will be either rescheduled, or I provide a short information about the program. I will inform about that. And as promised, I put the link for Studienkolleg check, or what kind of entrance you are allowed to have to a German bachelor's program in a chat. So it's Studienkolleg's research, how it's called, and then you click on link. And the third thing, I posted the link for the filtered link of Rheinwald University of Applied Sciences programs offered partially or fully in German. What I see now is all fully English. There are 14 bachelors and 9 masters. The link is in chat, so in case you want to do in another course, feel free to check that out as well. And the last question for today is about the preparation. In addition to high school subjects, would it be beneficial? What would be beneficial for being accepted? Maybe to take some extra courses in biology, or I don't know. What would you suggest?
Actually, there is not really a formal requirement to be accepted. If you have a high school degree which is accepted or then supported by the Studienkolleg, this is not really necessary and will not give you really an advantage from the formal point of view. But of course, it is always useful to have some background in natural sciences, to have a good. We don't expect you to have a knowledge in soil sciences, or that you really require to know how and and harvesting combined looks from inside. This is what we are teaching you. But actually, what would be useful, of course, is natural sciences, because this is something which is the basics on everything. And as we said, we're coming back to that. Some knowledge of German might be useful, not here at the university. Here, everybody speaks English. But if you go to town and want to buy some food, then it makes sense at least to have an idea what they charge you.
Exactly. All right. Thank you very much, Professor, for all these answers and yeah, for of course the presentation. And yeah, all the info email for Studienberatung is also in chat, and from Professor Kleinke is also in chat. So in case you have follow-up questions, feel free to contact them. But first, browse very well the program pages because they include all the information and even like additional links or I don't know for different things. Then let's say we can call it a day